What is happening, guys? My name is Jimmy, and I'm the owner and founder of Closers Radar. And I just wanted to share this with you. It's at quite a high level because I have got a course you can have, which goes into more detail on this. But the scripting that you've got, I do things a bit differently. I don't just focus on the discovery because at the end of the day, it's not what you need in order to create an effective sales process. So this is a done for you sales process that I did for a company that I work with, and I want to show you how, like I said, I do things slightly differently. And the first thing I want to say is that you want to get an understanding of who you're speaking to the prospect, the different things that make them unique, because there's going to be different, I suppose, education, knowledge, awareness, state of readiness, and things like that that make a prospect unique, and whether you should actually ask for their business at the time that you get them on the call. I think that should make common sense. Also, there's things like the 6 different areas of qualification, which my free course will go into, where you don't really want to pitch somebody who's not qualified. Again, stands to reason. They're not a good fit for your business right there and then. And then lastly, there's different buyer types, which means that some people are really running away from pain, other people are running towards pleasure, other people are more interested in the tangible ROI, and some people are just more relationship buyers, more high-level wealthy people who you don't really want to run a process on because it'll just turn them off. So that's at a very high level. Again, like I said, this may not be making much sense at the moment, but I hope what I'm saying, is striking a chord with you. So you're going to think to yourself, like, okay, what has Jimmy just given me here? It's essentially a process, okay? So what I mean by that is, if you can follow the little hand here, you've got a prospect in front of you. There's going to be different avatars. So this is a roofing company that I work with. We've identified that you've got blue collar and white collar roofers. Within those avatars, the sub avatars of those different ones, and then buyer awareness. Like, how are they buyer aware, problem aware, solution aware, brand aware? Because that's going to dictate whether we ask for the order, how soon we ask for the order, or whether we need to do more heavy lifting prior to we do so. Know, like, and trust. How indoctrinated are they into us? State of readiness. Do they have the physical and mental capability to envisage that this is the right move for them here and now without the need for further education? And is there an element of urgency that is making them more likely to buy? In my course, I do touch on resistance as well, such as being burnt. Not really focused on it here. Okay, then we've got qualify, okay? We qualify for need, for finances, for desire, for timing, decision maker, and any logistical blocks that may be stopping them moving forward. Okay, and then what we do then is we form a matrix. If you decide to work with me, you'll be forming one of these on your own, but essentially a score of 7, or you'll have your own matrix, but this is typical. A score of 7 is all box checked. This guy's ready or girl's ready to go. All right. And then, they're qualified, they got they're brand aware, they know who we are, all the ducks in a row in terms of readiness. They've got urgency and desire. Like, they're ready for one call close. It goes all the way down. They might be missing some components, which you might need to educate them on, send them to a webinar, things like that. If they're not qualified, it's a hard no. And then once you decide, yeah, these guys have got sufficient, I've done an assessment, there's a sufficient awareness, and they're sufficiently qualified, or they are qualified, let's take them then into the discovery process, okay? So as you can see from your script, which I'll send another video on, I'll do it on this video actually, this is a really solid discovery process. Now, needy buyers, we sell them in the pain. The most willful buyers, we sell them on the future. Business buyers, generally we sell them on the ROI. And then there's no investment buyers here, but investment buyers, we'd sell them on the ROI as well, but we'd be more of a relationship sale. So the different components of this bulletproof discovery process is we find out about the situation, find out about their problem, and make the problem as we want it to be to drive it through the sales process. What have they done about solving it? Put on a detective hat, like, what's going on? What do they want in a solution? What would life be like if we solved their problem for them? How will it make them feel? How would it solve the emotions attached to having this problem being real? We get them as best we can to capitulate and say that they can't do it on their own. We get them to contemplate what life would look like if this problem wasn't resolved, if that applies to them. We present the offer, our solution. We'd temp check and get them to commit themselves to moving forward, and then we'd ask for the order. That is the bulletproof sales process, okay, which only comes into play after they're sufficiently qualified and they're at a place of awareness that it would make sense for us to do this discovery work to build this gap. All right. So I hope you're with me so far.